I doing this? Why am I still showing up? Why would I keep coming back and doing this over and over and over again? And then you're reminded that there's more to life than just the money. Now, when you're broke, it's all about money. There's nothing else that matters. You just want to not be broke. But at some point, you realize there's a sense of fulfillment that we all need to fill. There's a void there that we all got to fill. A lot of people not just work in jobs for the money, because you can make money somewhere else, but you want to feel a sense of fulfillment in the shit that you're doing. And so, yeah, it's today's reminder. You're not going to feel like doing it. It's not an excuse. You gotta do it regardless. There's no other choice. Okay, let's talk about the markets. Last night I described this pretty straightforward. Pre-session consolidation is right here. Right now we're breaking up. So there's two ways that this goes. We either have a rejection of this higher time frame zone, and then we get a sell back down. This is actually what I think is going to happen. And the second option is that we actually break through this area and we establish a new high for the week, in which case, okay, great. Now we have a new high. Later in the week, we're going to have a retracement. And then when the Fed news comes out, I think that we see a massive recovery. So it's still Monday. Allow market structure to form. And we're only 10 minutes removed from the market open. So still too early to tell. But personally, I'm looking for these short opportunities. Keep in mind, I also don't usually trade Mondays. So I'll typically wait for the candles to form structure on a Monday, let all the orders from over the weekends fill into the market, and let's get an accurate market price. Once we've established a low and high for the week, I feel a lot more confident just trading inside of that range. But very rarely, but obviously it's possible, we could see the low or high of the week as early as Mondays. And so this could be the very high of the range for the week. And if we just sold it right here, then as the market flushes for the rest of the week, we still have a great entry and we're able to just ride this thing all the way down. That's the benefit of taking trades early in the week. So with that being said, if you see an opportunity that's too good to miss, there's nothing wrong with trading Mondays as long as it's part of your plan. But as a general rule, you really want to allow the markets to establish structure before starting to take trades, because you don't really have context as to, am I trading at a premium of the week or a discount of the week, until the market structure actually forms. I hope that's pretty obvious to most of you. He says, good morning, Roy. How are you, big dog? Not going to lie, I'm looking forward to hitting the gym as soon as this stream is done. That's how I'm doing. All right. So overall, I'm doing pretty good. Another incredible week. I promised you guys I was going to start streaming every day, and I'm going to keep my promise. I'll be streaming every single day for the rest of the year. I believe there's 64-ish days left in 2023. You guys, that's about 60-something streams with me for the rest of the year. So I'm looking forward to streaming. I'll be covering Forex news. I'll be live trading, showing you the strategy live, doing education, and obviously roasting a few of the trolls in the chats, sending people to the gulags, rightfully so, and I'm just having fun. I told my team, I'm like, look, I'm going to while out on these streams. This thing's either going to blow up, we're going to have hundreds of thousands of people watching this, or I'm getting canceled and there's no in between. So I appreciate you being along for the ride, but I also hope to set your expectations. I'm either getting canceled or these streams are going to absolutely balloon to the moon and we're going to see real numbers. And not that I don't appreciate the thousands of people that watch these streams, but it's baby cakes, right? It's baby cakes. Let's get 100,000 people on these streams, or I'm going to get canceled trying. I don't know. That's the healthy medium. He said, thanks for the streams. Well, Vince Van Dam, you're welcome, brother. Okay, let's take a look at a few of the other pairs as well. So gold is already starting to make that retracement, but I'm not convinced. Actually, I am convinced. I'm convinced of the retracement, but not that it's ready for the straight drop into the buy zone. I still believe that the market will establish support here and then come up for either one more touch or a double top. And then we'll see that reaction. Obviously, guys, I'm projecting too far into the future. The move is already done. We already had the break and retest of the 786 and then the take profit at the extension. And so right now what we're seeing is a reset of that trend, or of that recent, like this impulse model. So Really important to study different facets of how markets work. And because markets move in series of impulses and retracements, the best theory to understand the waves of how the market is formed is Elliott theory. Elliott theory just basically describes the typical models of how markets move in terms of impulses and corrections. So it'll describe impulse waves, corrective waves, and a sequence of how often these things show up. Typically, Elliott waves come in sets of 3s, 5s, and 7s. 5 being the most common. So an Elliott 5 wave is typically when the market hits a floor, it'll go up in these 5 different, how do I say it, like recognizable movements. And then you're able to basically gauge when the move is done. After the 5th wave, typically you'll have a correction, a reset, and then the whole thing will reset again. And so sometimes when I'm looking at a specific impulsive model, I'll ask myself, how far into the model are we? Have we already finished the majority of it? Are we halfway through, or are we at the end? So here we have the 0 point. You can either use the Elliott wave tool, or you can just count them up like a normal person. I don't know. I'm going to do both just to show you how that looks. If I can find it. See, this just goes to show you nobody uses this. Elliott impulse wave, beautiful. Start at the lowest point, which is the support. Then we have a new high established here. Higher floor. Higher ceiling. Higher floor again. And then higher ceiling. So we had the beginning of this move. We have the 1 point, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. After the 5th wave, typically you'll have a correction. There's a few different kinds of corrections. There's the XYZ. So you guys can see these. There's an ABC correction. There's the WXY, excuse me, not the XYZ. There's WXY. And there's a triple combo wave. We have the WXYZ, XYZ. What that basically means is after the wave is done, you'll either have an ABC, which is you'll have the first point, which is A. You'll have B. And then you'll have a C point. But the most common that I see is you'll have the first correction, second, third, and then the 4th. So we have like 4 in that correction. The 4th being the entry price. So really it's 3, but the 4th impulsive wave is going to be the entry price. Long story short, take all the specifics and the semantics out of this. What you're left with is knowing that this impulsive sequence is now complete. We have 2 confirmations. Number 1 is the Elliott wave, and number 2 is the fact that we've already hit the extension target. So both of those have told us, look, the move is done. If I'm looking to trade gold, I am waiting for this reset. I want to see the market reset just like it happened here. There was a consolidation. You guys can see there's a 3 drive. Okay, we talked about the 3 drive yesterday into a sell-off. Then we had a consolidation, liquidity grab, and then the continuation. So we have not had a 3 drive pattern. We have not even had a consolidation and reset. That's what I'd like to see. I want to see the reset of gold before we continue to take orders. The easiest thing to understand is that we're going to have a break through this trend line, hit the 1978 zone, and then continue bullish. So I hope that was clear for everybody. Now let's get back to NAS 100 so that we can potentially catch this trade opportunity. So it appears as though the market is breaking out of the range. I'm bullish, and I've been bullish. A lot of people keep telling me that I'm on the wrong side of the markets. Well, I guess time will tell, especially this week. I'm a very, very big believer that buyers are going to step in aggressively, especially going into the Fed meeting. So let's look at this on the higher time frames. Daily time frame is showing us that we had this daily floor. The market did violate through and kind of convince a lot of people to start the early buy or the early selling pressure. Now, you guys know us. I'm not a breakout trader, and I know way better than to fall for a breakout sort of anticipation. A lot of people see this candle come out and they see the retest and they start loading up sell orders here on the outside. I am a mean reversionist. If this is the mean, the market, as it breaks out of a range, will more than likely come back to the mean. That's just the way things are. More than likely, markets recover back inside of a range rather than genuinely break out. And now we're seeing that exact dynamic play out. So we're already breaking in. More than likely, we're going to break these highs and establish a new higher high, showing us that buyers are in control, in which case I'm going to wait for a higher floor and then take the market to the upside. So right now, buyers are showing us that they do have control, and I'll be waiting for the higher low. The reason I did that on the blank chart is to show you the higher time frame perspective. So when I zoom back in here and I show you this range, I want you guys to understand that this range is smaller time frame. Yes, but the whole point of what we were doing of selling this last week was so that we could buy it at 14.94. This is the area that I was looking to buy from. If the market does not come down to my 88.6, do I delete the zone? You guys let me know. Put 1 if you believe I should delete the zone. Put a 2 if you believe that I should keep this here, because eventually it'll come back and retest. Put a 1 if you believe it's gone. Put a 2 if you believe it'll come back. Roy the G with the live. Let's go. Yes, and I'm feeling better than ever. Everyone says, all my Chart Addicts members say too, and this is why I'm proud of y'all. This is why every single day a tear rolls down my face at how proud I am. Okay, so more than likely, we have this break above, looking for a pushback inside. Let me show you guys a fun trick. By fun trick, I mean, look, we all already know this. Here's the high and here's the low. Let me just go ahead and mark these off. Here's the high. Here's the low. I love drawing fibs. I love going body to wick. So I'm going to go body to wick. Okay. Now, we have clearly had a break above the previous high. And so whenever the market is supposed to come to a fib level, and then it rejects, hits our TP2. You guys remember, we always take profits at TP1, which is the 61, TP2, 38. Oh, we'll go into some more details in the Mastering NAS 100 Masterclass that's on November 5th. If you're interested in my specific trading strategy, head on over to chartaddictsfx.com with a link in the description. So once we have that breakout and the 88.6 has been respected once, and then we had this little consolidation. I love these consolidations at the fibs. They had a fake to the downside, made us think that the 88.6 was gonna be respected again. Another reason why not to trade the Sunday overlap. And then now we have that push to the upside. This is a heartbeat pattern. You have the consolidation, you have the fake to the downside, you have the massive liquidity grab, and then what I believe is going to happen next is a push back in. Again, we're going to have to wait on that to see if it's valid. If the market is bullish, now I'm looking for the 88.6 retest, which is at 14.290 to go long again. We cannot buy the top of the market. We have to wait for a correction. The two areas I'd look for a correction, especially if the market's going to remain aggressive, is 14.220 to 14.290. There is a 70-point range here where the market could reverse. So first, I would split up my orders, or I would just enter a massive position here, or just, with proper risk management, of course. Stops below the low. If my trade gets hit, then I'll re-enter the trade down here. And so 14.290, that's the first area of interest that I'm watching, and 14.220 is the area that comes after. Now, of course, 14.94 is still valid, the low of the range from last week. Still waiting for that move, but the fact that we've already had this massive push away from the zone is kind of confirming to me that, hey, might not come back down here, especially not anytime soon. So more than likely, time to start looking for those re-entry opportunities at that 14.290 range. All right, I'm getting ready to sell this thing here pretty soon. An easy way to gauge whether the market has hit a level to sell from is to use the Fibonacci tool. I'm going to use my fibs, look for my extension, which is the -27. Where are we at? Oh, beautiful. Okay. Measure this thing from top to bottom, that recent impulse. We just hit the extension level. So to me, more confirmations that this sequence is already complete. And after we hit the extension, I just want to see a pullback to either of these two levels so we can have that continuation. Not a lot of confirmations here to start shorting. This is a bit of a risky trade to short because, again, we don't really have any confirmations except for this previous area of support resistance and then the extension level. That's two confirmations, not really enough for me. Not really enough. And by not really, I mean definitely not enough for me. I do see this rejection that's happening now, and so if we wanted to take a trade based on risk and reward, then this would be the single best time. No, okay, this would be the single best time to take the trade. Now, one last confirmation that I'm going to look for is this is the beginning of this consolidation sequence. So what I'll do is I'll actually measure a fib from the very top, again, body to wick. And look what we have here, the 88.6. So we have support, turn resistance. We have the 88.6 fib. When I drew the most recent impulse, this was the -27 extension. And the market is already finished in Elliott 5 wave. Ladies and gents, I'll be real with you. This looks like a pretty good opportunity to me. Now, intuitively, there's still a feeling that's like, hey, watch out, man. It's Monday, and Monday is typically trap. You'll have everything lined up. You'll enter a trade. This thing will rip up. I look like an idiot. And then later in the session, we have the crash. And so I really do want to be mindful of the fact that I'm not here to just burn my ammo too soon. And I don't want to jump at the first opportunity, even though this thing is looking good. What are we at time-wise? 9:55. Okay, I'm feeling a little sense of rush mostly because I want to go to the gym and kind of get my day started. And so I have to admit to myself, when I'm off my game or when potentially I may allow an error of judgment. And so keep that in mind, y'all. We're all human. I very clearly know that I should wait until tomorrow, but I see an opportunity here. So whatever decisions I make, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to be taking a smaller position size than I normally would. Why? Especially if you guys are starting a challenge or you're starting a fresh week. A very easy tip. Why would you go so heavy early in the week that a loss could crush your confidence? Or why would you go so heavy early in the week that a win could start to play with your ego? Why would you do that to yourself? Win or lose, you're fucked for the whole week. Because if you win, you're going to give it all back. And if you lose, you're going to start to hesitate and second guess every good trade. So if you do want to take a trade on a Monday, just take a smaller position size. And why don't people do it? Because the trades that you take a smaller position size are usually the ones that run all the way, right? And you're always thinking, damn, I should have gone heavier. Lowering the risk is not about maximizing profits. It's about reducing risk. So if you do take the trade and you do lower the risk, keep in mind, you're not doing that to squeeze out every dollar. You're doing it to protect the mindset, because eventually that is what's going to crush your account. Or it's going to be the thing that saves your account. So protecting my mindset to me has become way more important than maximizing profits any chance that I get. I don't understand it, but I'm not even going to talk shit. No, I am going to talk shit. Should I? Okay, well, no, I probably will talk shit. So my neighbor's got this Honda Civic, and he pays this guy to come wash it every day. Now, brother, let's be real. Why I get it. Beautiful car. Nothing wrong with the Civic. You paying a guy to come wash it daily? What? I'm sitting here trying to add up the math for how much it costs to wash this car every day. I'm like, buddy, you could upgrade. You could upgrade. What do we do? You could fucking just take it to the car wash. Oh, but nobody wants to wait. And getting it hand washed. Oh my God. Read an audiobook. Listen to an audiobook in the car about 6 minutes in the fucking thing. I don't know. Right? Okay. All right. So, lost 30 people off of that story. Damn. All right, guys. I'm never going to roast the Honda Civic again. My bad. I'm sorry. Or what? Guys, is 10 or 15 minutes of straight technical value not worth the one roast? Come on. I feel like that's a perfect equivalent. All right. Roy calls out a trade that's 1-3. Everybody makes money. Okay, boom. I get to send a couple people to the gulags and I get to make a couple jokes. I thought we had an unspoken agreement. Okay, boom. Roy gives out a strategy for free on YouTube in exchange. We're just going to sit here and while out. not get sensitive. I fucking lost 30 people for a Honda. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take this sell position here. I'm gonna take the sell position here. Small position, just like I was explaining, small position. All right. Whoa. That price. 80 points. So we're at 14,360, which means it should be at 440. Oof. Slightly higher. And I'll set a hard TP. Bottom of the daily range. Okay, beautiful. He said, sus guy. I don't know what's happening in these YouTube comments, but leave me out of this. Leave me out of this. Yo, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this, yo. I'm a big fan of this. These features are, this is like MetaTrader on steroids. Like I hovered over the order and it gives me the option to set a TP and to set an SL. It'll show you the distance between both. It'll show you the dollar amount being risked. It'll show you the amount of points being put up. It'll show you the size of the position. I love this. This is what a user interface should look like. Love to see it. All right, 14,290. This is the area where if the market's bullish, we're very likely to come back and test before we continue. And so if I'm shorting it, that is going to be my short target. Your sell target will be the buy entry. Huh, isn't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? And if I measure this thing from a bottom to top with a wick, or sorry, bottom to top with a fib, the 88.6 puts us right at 14,290. Like, come on. You got the 88.6 lined up with the daily zone, lined up with the correction, lined up with the extension level, lined up with the daily 88, lined up with the, oh. Oh, why are there military helicopters? This is the third one today. Why are there military helicopters flying around my house, bro? What the fuck? I live in Miami now. I moved out of DC for this. He says, you took a demo trade. Yo, Marcos is the most observant person. Everybody say congratulations, Marcos, for noticing the obvious. Okay, and then congratulate yourself if you have more than a few brain cells to rub together for also having caught the fact that I took this trade live. Roy, why are you watching it on TradingView if you took the trade live? Because which one's easier to look at? This or this? Where this thing is literally tracking the amount of points, and this thing is exactly the technical markup that we had first marked off earlier. You see? A little bit of common sense. And you're not even roasting us yet. More trolls like Marcos, and who knows, I might get started. No, I'm joking. I'm done giving the trolls any attention because I realize it's what they want. All right. Marcos's wife not giving it to him like that. So this dude is upset in another man's comment section, trying to get that void, that hole that he just can't explain. And you look in the mirror and you just like, damn, is that me? But you got to come into my stream and externally express your self-hatred so all of us can hate you with yourself. I don't know. Somebody give it. I don't even think this trade will work out, but let's watch though. Well, Isaac, thankfully, your thoughts don't move the markets. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, you have literally no say in how this goes. And so sit tight, strap up just like a good boy, like everybody else, and just fucking watch this thing play out. Observe me making money that I'm gonna go spend and flex on your head top. And I expect my apology in cursive because I can't read, regular words. I need you to write it in calligraphy with a ballpoint pen, the G pen, the G Pilot 3.6, in cursive with an apology. And then you and Marcos can sit in a dark room. You guys can think about your bad decisions. Okay. So I'm actually going to protect this trade only because Monday trading, not really too fond of this market action. Cool, $300, stops to BE. And let's let the rest of this thing ride down to 290. I'm going to go slightly above the body of the candle. Beautiful. What am I looking at here? Oh, it's another reminder for some of these noobs is that you don't actually have to be right to make money. Isn't that crazy? Somebody else can get the award in being right. I'm gonna get the award for being rich.
Hello, hi. Thank you for calling Nike. My name is Bianca. How may I help you?
Ooh. There's gold shorts incoming. Roy, how was Dubai? Dude, Dubai was fun. Naveen says, good evening, sir. Love from India. Don't call me sir, Naveen. Have some self-respect. But it's great to see you, and I love all my Indian people. Gold shorts incoming. You better take the trade, Bruce. My dad is on the stream laughing. This is insanity. You guys got my dad in here. Now I'm going to be embarrassed. My dad's going to text me and be like, Roy, I told you to stop cursing on the streams. All right, at least William made $1,000 profit. Marcos, what's your excuse? Roy, I finished and closed out of the cells. Come on, bro. You guys got my dad's going to text me and be like, I told you to stop cursing on these streams. Y'all about to get me in trouble and got me out of character. And now look. Now I got the egg on my face. All right, so you win, Marcos. You're going to take that fucking trophy home today. This is horrible. This is cyberbullying. I feel the pressure. My dad's in the chat now. This is crazy. Unbelievable. All right. So price just shot back up close to 20 or 25 points. Again, timing impeccable. When you choose to take partials, when you choose to take profits, matters. Now, is this the move that's going to fall in one candle? The answer is really probably not. We'll probably have one more touch to grab my break even and everybody else's break even who thinks they're too smart for the markets, and then we'll have that crash. Guess what I'm going to do if the market liquidity grabs up and comes back and closes below 370? Somebody, and I'm really looking for the ChartAddicts members here, somebody tell me, what am I likely to do here if the market liquidity grabs through and comes back and closes under 370? Josh said I actually closed a buy from Tuesday I had running, finally hit break even around 390, took a short and closed quick and made back the swap fees. Ha! There you go. Two Step says I'd be looking to buy. Not immediately, Two Step. First things first, I'm going to short it, right? Because we're at the top. We're at the premium. So if we're at a premium, I'm going to be looking to sell up here and the buy price for the day is at 290. This is the 88.6 for the day. The rules have not changed. Just because I'm selling as opposed to waiting for the long doesn't mean this is still not the area of interest. Okay, so 14,290, that's where I'm going to be looking to buy from. Up here, I'm going to be looking for another liquidity grab and then sell. Okay, now for now, I'm just going to hold this thing, see if we have the liquidation through, and just take it one at a time. Yeah, I wish they also showed duration, but I guess we can see the duration on the smaller time frames. This is 5, 10. Right now we're on the 15th minute, so still pretty early in the game. I said, okay, I'm gone. I'm out. Bro, how am I losing viewers? How does this make sense? How is it that the trade is called, profits are made, and we got less people on the stream? Like, I'm trying to make this make sense. Guys, give me some advice, all right? I never asked for advice. Must somebody give me some advice here. What do you guys want to see in order to get, like, what I gotta do to get more people on these streams? Because I've been on a good amount of trading streams in my life, and I ain't made no fucking money, ever. Nobody ever gave me a trade idea that actually worked out. There's a 15 pip traders. That shit never works. What I gotta do? What's gonna go on? Somebody help me out here. And then, okay, then I'm gonna go through some of the news events. Marcos, how my pips taste. Whoop, whoop, new shirts coming soon. Hold on. Let's head on over to Forex Factory, see what news came out today, because I know it was pretty slow for the USD side, but let's slap Euro on here. We'll get Great Britain involved. I don't care about Canada. Okay, boom. So Euro, they had the German preliminary CPI, Germany being the largest economy in the European Union, kind of the backbone of the EU. CPI, again, being held artificially down right now because of oil prices, but any escalation of conflict between Germany and Russia, or Russia and the rest of the EU, will send gas prices to the moon, and making the German CPI print a lot higher than expected. Spain doing pretty well. Spain annual CPI number came in lower than expected, which is good. And then the German preliminary CPI, or the preliminary GDP, still negative. So Europe not really doing too hot. Let's see how many consecutive months of negative GDP. So we had a negative growth in Q1, or sorry, negative growth in Q4 of last year. No growth at all in Q1. No growth at all in Q2. And now it kind of looks like the German economy is going to be shrinking in the Q3 print. So, well, damn. Obviously, a reminder that the Federal Open Market Committee has their press conference and the interest rate statement dropping this Wednesday. Jerome Powell hits the stage to let us know if he's going to continue raising rates or if we're going to have a hike or a pivot. Buy a Lambo and you'll get more views. Isaac said, stop cursing, bro. Well, Isaac, that ain't gonna fucking happen, right? Grow up. Edward says, stop cussing. What's wrong with you guys? Why is everyone being a fucking pussy this morning? Yo, do you guys think what game do you guys think that you're involved in? Do you guys think this is fucking Teletubbies? Guys, the markets will rob you blind. Every single dime that you own that you've worked your entire life for will get taken with no remorse at all. You'll spend years of your life trying to perfect a skill that is ruthless, that will take every single thing you own if you are soft. And so if listening to somebody cursing is hurting your feelings, I guarantee that you want to quit trading. I can promise you right now. It's like being a UFC fighter and words hurt your feelings. Buddy, I got a thing or two to tell you. Yeah, you are not going to be cut out for this game. So build some thick skin and suck it up. But I do appreciate the feedback. Because people took the trade, made profits, and left to continue their day. You know what, Vince V. Dam? You know what? Good point. Good point. That just means that I'm fucked. I'll never be able to have a big stream because if the trade doesn't work out, people are going to leave. And if the trade does work out, people are going to leave. I can't win. And neither can that kid Marcos because he's betting against the boy. All right, sorry, Marco. That's the last dig I'm going to have. B says toughen up. Bianca, you know, right? You know this. If anybody knows this, it's you. Josh says LMAO softies. He says Marcos. Yeah, I mean, look. He says, go make some money and stop trying to correct the man, Roy. William, you know, bro. You because you made money today. He said the Lambo idea seems solid. Yeah, if I was fucking retarded. Yo, if you guys can't do back of the napkin math and you're giving advice on money, yeah, go to the mirror and look yourself deep in the eyes and just be like, stupid, right? Some of you guys are telling me to go buy a Lamborghini and you don't understand the first thing about money. That is nuts. Somebody tell me, what's the down payment on a Lamborghini? Let's just play a fun game here, see how smart some of these people are. You gotta not listen to any noise, already doing great, G. All right, I'll listen to whatever the fuck I want to listen to. I gotta stop telling me what to do. Like I'm asking for feedback on how to get more views. You said stop paying attention to other people. But how the fuck am I supposed to do that? I'm one of the most observant people that's ever graced God's green earth. Why do you guys think I'm so successful at trading? Say, well, just ignore it. We'll just ignore it. Now, I'm gonna leave that for y'all, just to turn the brain off and ignore the obvious. I'll leave that up to better men than myself. All right, not gonna happen. Respectfully, if you want anyone over the age of 40 to take this stream seriously, stop cussing. I don't mind because I'm young, but if I showed this to my dad, he wouldn't take you seriously. How much does your dad make a year? The real Biggie Smalls, just a rough estimate. You don't actually have to get specific here. I don't want to get too invasive, but as a rough estimate, how much does your father make a year on an annualized basis at his job? And I'm asking a very specific, I promise I'm not going to get disrespectful here, but I am making a deliberate point. Okay. Trade is bussing. Look at this entry. Price is almost at TP. Take partials again. Move my TP slightly below the daily low. And whatever happens, happens. Okay. Great entry. Great execution. Pretty straightforward. 1 hour looking good. The 4 hour wick looking good. This is what I like to see. Tell your 15 pip traders to hold these. Another day, another dollar. All right, we just hit that 290 zone. Ladies and gentlemen, everything from here on is extra credit. If you have not taken partials or you have not taken your profits, understand that at this point, the market could reverse. I'm not saying it will reverse. I'm saying it could reverse. And so take out of the market what you're comfortable with losing or what you're comfortable with taking out and leave the rest running. I'm actually starting to realize that because this thing has a lot of potential, I'm going to move my runner, the take profit for my runner, down to the bottom of the daily range, which is 14094 area. Okay, so I'm not saying that we're going to head down there, but if we do, I at least want to hold the runner until that low. Following you since long, Dream. He said 60K down. Forget this, boss. I love my boy. You don't come to him talking shit. Following him since long dream to meet you, senior, including I don't know. Now we have fun. FYI, I took the same trade. Okay, boom, boom. He said he keeps it 100 and I love the realness. Okay, well, look. He said if you showed this stream to your dad, he wouldn't watch it. If your dad makes less than 100 grand a year, why the fuck would I care what he says? Not because the man's not respectable and not because he probably doesn't have his head on straight. This stream is to make money. The stream is not to play Teletubbies. So if your father enjoys you being broke, fine. Tell him, okay, dad, I'm gonna go watch some other dude that won't make me money, that'll make you happy. If your dad's broke, tell him, look, with all due respect, I don't want your outcome. I'm gonna listen to whatever the fuck I gotta listen to make this money. If I have to put up with this crazy dude on YouTube and listen to his dumbass is cursing and doing all this stuff, but I get to learn the strategy and go and apply it for myself, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. And if your ego won't let you do that, you prefer to be happy or you prefer to go on somebody's stream that doesn't curse in exchange for not making money, then yeah, trading's not going to work out in the first place. Maybe you should listen to your dad. Straight up. All income streams approximately 140K, but the point I'm making is old school people don't like cussing. They like more serious tones. Old school people are also in the most amount of debt. Old school people are also the least satisfied with their life outcomes because of regrets they had when they were young. And older people are also waiting for some magical day to retire, and so they can finally live life. So if that's the route that you want to go down, listen to your father. Say, yes, daddy, whatever you want. My own father just got on this stream. He's going to give me shit after this for cursing. But guess what? I've earned the respect by showing proof that I know what I'm doing. And as long as I'm doing the things that I need to do, and I'm doing them successfully and at the highest level possible, at an impressive level, people will be okay with the cursing. And if they're not, I'm going to rewrite the rules. People told me I had to wear a suit. Hold these. I make more money now than a lot of my colleagues are making at Merrill Lynch. Imagine I let these people tell me how to deal professionally. I'm making more money for myself than any of them will make for their clients this year on a percentage basis. Imagine I listen to these guys. Like I said, I don't mind. I'm just saying maybe that's why a lot of older people don't watch. And I completely get it. I'm not really coming for you, bro. I'm trying to attack the point for the point of what it is. Infinity Exit, I'm going live on YouTube at 10 a.m. Yo, ain't nobody gonna watch your stupid ass stream Infinity X, but we making money here. Why the fuck would anybody go to another stream? That is the stupidest shit ever. You're going to timeout. Bad Infinity X. Bad. Like I said, I don't mind. I'm just saying maybe that's why a lot of older people don't watch. Well, yeah, I don't really give a fuck about older people, bro. There's a lot of young traders. The question is, where are they at? If somebody who's 40 doesn't like cursing and he's broke, but that's the reason he's broke. He's worried about all the wrong shit. Guys, I'm being real. You're not going to wake up in 10 years with the life you want being a fucking puss. The world is only going to get more harsh from here. Look around. Look at the global geopolitical dynamics. Look at the societal dynamics in your country. I don't care if you're from the States or any other country. Shit ain't really getting better. And if you don't have thick skin, kiss success goodbye. There's no other way around it. All right, so if somebody has family members and they don't support your dreams and all this shit, ask yourself, how much do they make? Is this the life that I want? And if they do make a lot of money, are they working 80 hours a week to do it? Is that the life that you want? Fuck no, it's not. So while they sit here and cry about the language and cry about professionalism, and they still have to wait the next 2 weeks for that paycheck, you can say, you know what? I'll comfort myself knowing that I'm doing something immoral by cursing with this bed made of fucking money, with the generational wealth that I'm able to create, with the 529 plans I'm opening for my kids, with the Merrill Lynch and Charles Schwab accounts I've opened for my retirement. I will cry myself to sleep. Come on. You said motivation. If this is motivating you, I'm sorry. Right? You got to set higher standards. I'm just keeping it real. This is not supposed to make you feel happy. The realization that I had when all of this hit the fan for me, that like this is not a happy moment of like, wow, yeah, fuck everybody around me. I got to do it. Sucks. I respect everybody who's around me. This is not just about somebody's self-worth is predicated on their net worth. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you want outsized success, if you want irregular results, you're going to have irregular perspectives. You're going to have unique ways of looking at life, and you cannot settle for the same things that mediocre people settle for. Straight up. Walter, good to see you on here. We got Jeffner. Yeah. Edney, good to see y'all. Chasimpa back on the call. Surf trader with the big LMAO. You are strong, boss. Well, you never see me lift, so I don't know how you're making that assumption. I love this guy, keeps it 100. I love realness. Bro, everyone, unless you are a fraud, loves the truth. All of us resonate with the truth. When I say some shit and it hits you, it's not because I'm telling you something you don't know. Every single time that you guys listen to me and you have a realization moment or you have this aha moment, it's because I'm showing you something you already know. Or maybe I'm putting a face to something that you've been thinking about, or putting a name to a concept that's always present in your life. But I ain't telling you something you don't know. And so we all love realness and we all love the truth. And if you hear something that's true and it makes you uncomfortable and you start to back away and shy away from it, that's an indication that you're not prepared to handle the truth because of the game that you've been playing with yourself, this delusion that you're living in. Now, trading is the only game that exposes that delusional mindset. If you do not see things exactly as they are and stop trying to put on, a negative or positive connotation, you stop trying to energize everything with a belief, and you just start to look at things pragmatically as they are, that's how you make money in trading. The people that try to see the markets as they want them to be, they lose for years and years and years and eventually come to me for coaching after years of bad habits. The people that have a very strict understanding of how this game works, that's who's making the money. Okay? So don't be out here struggling, man. This is obvious. If you love the truth, it means you got your head on straight. If you really just don't like the truth because it's not packaged in a way that you like, or that you don't like the messenger. This is the thing about Trump derangement syndrome. You guys know what Trump derangement syndrome is? It's perfectly rational people who are hyper intelligent in their fields start to act completely like lunatics when you mention a specific topic. COVID was one of those topics. Trump was another one of those topics. I saw perfectly rational people that I respect turn into complete idiots, not because they disagreed with me, but because they weren't willing to look at the truth. They weren't willing to look at things as they are, how they are right in front of them. They were constantly projecting their own beliefs and expectations. And that's when I just lost all respect for those people. So the reason that looking at things pragmatically is important is because people were so mad at Trump, they were willing to let the United States literally collapse because they did not like the messenger. And now we have to, now this next election is going to be a wake-up call for those people. Because half the country was like, finally, we got rid of Trump. Nobody likes him anymore. He's a criminal. He's got all these indictments. And these idiots do not realize how badly they have fucked up the country and how they are going to have to pay the price next year during the elections when we re-elect somebody competent. And I think that this is going to be a wake-up call that children look at things as they wish they should be. Emotional people look at things the way they should be. And real men, real high performers, and real traders always look at things as they are. No matter how much it sucks, they don't sit there cry about it. But like, why can't life be more fair? Grow up. Can you please tell all the people? Can't please all the people all the time. Hey, speak for yourself, bro. I do a pretty good job. Right? No, I'm joking. I believe in extremes. You're either going to love me or you're going to block me and never talk to me again. I don't want nothing in the middle. Nothing. Okay, you either appreciate the fact that somebody is skilled and technically skilled and handsome and young and rich and successful as myself is willing to take time out of my day to come on here and make everybody else rich too. Because this whole excuse, oh, I can't afford the courses, I can't afford the program. Take these fucking trades. You'll have the money. I got you. Literally free money. Using the same strategy that I'm trying to get you to learn for yourself. Oh my, it's like Inception. Like Inception. Some of you guys are going to appreciate that. Others are going to be like, well, I think that this guy is really annoying. I think that he's too vulgar and the trade-off is not worth it. Free money in exchange for having to listen to this guy talk? No. And they're going to block me. That's what I want. Block me or understand how valuable this shit is and get on the team. But that if you're in the middle, I don't know. Okay. What do we think about this trade? Indeed, brother. Just getting harder and harder for upcoming generations. He says, pay for the boot camp. Pay for the boot camp now. Pay for the boot camp and let's go. Guys, it's right fucking in front of you. We took the trade. The trade's playing out. The partials are already booked. The levels were there. What do you want? Look at the 4-hour wick. What I gotta do? Should I tap dance? Walter, do I need to tap dance? All right, that's the last partials I'm taking. The rest of it is just gonna hit TP if it hits TP. Final partials are now taken. 254 from 366. That's over 110 points. With a 70-point risk, we're officially at 1.3 to 1.4 R&R on this trade. Fire. Closed early, though. Thought it would retrace higher. Stop trying to project your own opinions, man. You had no reason to think it was going to retrace higher. You were literally just scared, and so you allowed that delusion to become the dominant force. And instead of looking at things as they are, which is, has it broken above? No. So if you keep trading based on what you think or what you feel, it will be frustrating. I promise you. I wasn't saying I'm going live. I was saying for you to post on social media. I'm going live on YouTube, so you're promoting your YouTube and other social media platforms. Infinity X, I misunderstood, and I apologize. Infinity, I owe you something, all right? I owe you something for that. I sent you to the gulags for no reason, but maybe you should learn how to say a full fucking sentence, all right? Oh, y'all thought I was going to take responsibility for sending him to the gulag? What are you, fucking nuts? This guy said 4 words. I took him at face value. But you did give me some great advice here, which is letting people know on social media that I'm going live on YouTube. You know what's even better? Is I'm literally saying on every stream, I will be here tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. If you forget that between today and tomorrow, again, find a new skill, find a new job, find a new hobby. Trading is not for you. If you cannot remember the fact that this insane guy from the United States is out here giving away free trades every morning, and you're going to forget that between today and tomorrow, you either have permanent brain damage, you're either willfully ignorant, or you literally just should not be trading because of some sort of deficiency. And I'm not going at mental deficiencies. What I'm saying is, respectfully, if you forget the fact that I'm literally telling you I will be streaming tomorrow morning at the same time every day for 65 days, and you're on here 3-4 times, and you're like, whoa, I had no idea he was streaming. But then again, if I want the people, I'm going to have to do what it takes, right, Infinity? 20% of the purchase price, Lamborghini. The business ain't for the weak-minded. Oh, yeah, nobody even answered that fucking question. Look at all these retards talking about, excuse my language, look at people talking about some Lamborghini. Roy, you should buy a Lambo. Let me tell you guys something. Pretend like this is a Lamborghini, okay? On average, you got to put down 20% of the car's value. Let's call it $100,000. Monthly payments, about $4,200. So for the whole year, I'll be paying, that'll be what? 40K plus 8K. Let's call it about 50 grand. Not including any maintenance. But if you do maintenance and oil changes, put another 5 grand aside just in case. So 55 a year. And let's say I want to keep the car for 3 years. 3 years. Okay, so I'll be paying about 150 plus 15, so 165. Plus the original 100,000 that I put down. 265. Let's say at the end of let's say the total value of the car is 300,000. So in 3 years, I've almost paid off the car. Okay, if I go back and try to sell this car, it'll sell for about 260 or 250, right? And so from a money perspective, I didn't lose that much money. I probably only paid about 10 grand to drive the car for 3 years, which is probably cheaper than a lot of you guys are paying for the Honda. But here's the deal. $265,000 invested over 3 years. Let's do this. Compound interest calculator. Let's do this real quick. Let's have some fun. So the initial investment will do 100,000. So if I take the 100K and I go put it in crypto instead, well, let's say that there's me and then my brother. My brother goes to buy the car. Me, I decide to put my money in crypto. Monthly contribution is 4,200. That's how much money that I would be putting into the car anyways. And the length of time in years is going to be 3. The interest rate, well, let's say on average, if I put my money at a wealth management firm, I'm going to be making 6 to 8% a year on my portfolio. And if it's crypto, on average, I've seen about 20 to 50% a year. But we'll meet somewhere in the middle, and let's just say 10% a year in growth. Let's calculate that. So at the end of the 3 years, you'll have about $300,000. And this is a very conservative idea because when you buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin's price right now is 30 grand. Can somebody tell me if Bitcoin goes back to the previous high of, I'm not even going to do 70, I'll do 60 just for the sake. What percentage return am I making? If I put the 100 grand in Bitcoin instead, and the 100 grand and the Bitcoin goes back to its previous price, how much money do I have? Said Savage Sell, what a way to start. You sound surprised, Gabe. Come live with Lambo Raul would be a pleasure for us. Come live with Lambo Raul. Guys, I have so many videos with Raul. Raul's my boy. I'm gonna tell you, I have so many videos on the channel with Raul. You guys should go check these out. Our most viewed video on the whole channel is my walkthrough with Lambo Raul. Yeah, this thing has almost 500,000 views, 410,000. I got a podcast with the OG podcast with Raul and Alex. Man, it's a fucking son. I'm telling y'all, I got podcasts in the bank with traders that nobody even imagined. Who has the Q Banks and Anthony podcast? Who has the Alex G and Raul podcast? Come on, son. So tons of great videos. And this is one of my favorites is we were doing a charity stream for the kids. And Raul gets on and talks about his strategy live and breaks it down. I was very impressed by this one. I would highly recommend you guys check this out. Okay, someone says 100% return. Exactly. So my $100,000 would become 200K. Okay, my 265 would become 520,000 or 530,000 or something. Okay. So me and you go get the car today. You go get the Lamborghini today and flex on the social medias. Me, I put my money in the cryptocurrencies like I'm doing. In 2-3 years, I have over $500,000 and you just blew all this money on the fees, on oil changes, on monthly expenses, on having to keep up those monthly payments. Now, with this 500 grand, can I take 100K and go get a Lamborghini? Sure. And how much money do I still have left? 400,000. That is still invested, growing at 10% a year, making me 40 grand a year. If I'm making 10% on the 400,000, that's $40,000 a year. That's my monthly payments for the car. I'm driving this car for free because the money is still there in the bank. These are the mistakes that I made in 2017. These are the mistakes that I made early on. In 2020, I made a shitload of money in crypto, and that's what helped fund the first ever FX Summit. I took my trading money, and instead of buying dumb shit, I invested it. A lot of the people that had supercars back then, a lot of the people that I felt like I was falling behind and all this shit, those people had to give their supercars back. And I know y'all know who I'm talking about. People had Lamborghinis that they had to give back, and McLarens that are no longer in the driveway. Where did it go? Oh, I don't really like the car anymore. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where my head's at. If Dwight Howard invites you to his house, don't go. What the fuck does that even mean, Tron Manage? If Dwight Howard invited me to his house, 100% I'm going. This is what you call a live trading stream. Yeah, because I'm making money. I'm teaching financial education. I'm roasting the fuck out of these NPC trolls. And I'm telling y'all that, look, I respect all of my elders. I respect everybody. And your net worth is not predicated, or your self-worth is not predicated on your net worth. But I am going to let y'all know, if you listen to broke people, you better have broke-ass results. So wake up. You might not like the shit I say, but at least it's coming from a place of experience and coming from a place of success. Says, if Dwight Howard invites you to his house, don't go. Are you crazy? Jacinta says, that's true. I have a problem of imposing my opinion on the markets. Trade the market as it is, not as you wish it was. It's that simple. All right, y'all. Money was made. I'm about to go hit the gym and whatnot, get my life right. Whatever happens here happens. Yeah, we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Happy and safe trading. I'll see you on tomorrow's live trading stream. Tell a friend. I promise I'm going to cut back. I'll have a little bit more of a professional approach, but I'm always going to be me. Otherwise, somebody else could do my job, or they could try. All right. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Happy and safe trading this week. Good to see y'all. Peace. Okay, stream is ended. Dope.